Today, we're going to do a reading for your highest good. Did you expect anything else? All right. We're going to use the Beyond Lemuria and the Starseed Oracle because I love these decks. Let's see. Spirit guides of love, light, and truth in alignment with our highest potential and purpose in this lifetime. Please give us what is for our highest good in this moment. What does the collective who's watching this video need? That one. They need that one. They need this one. Okay. They need this one. Bottom of the deck is transformation. So we're still in this transformative period. I didn't expect anything else. We haven't fully come out the other side yet. Things are still working. For our benefit, mind you. We are protected, we are guided, we are loved. As I sat down to record this reading, I had a song that says, "We are the fire." I'll put it down below, I can't remember. It's called We Are the Fire. And I think that's important. There's a lot of creativity taking place, okay? And I feel a lot of creative energy. I'm an artist, I'm a creative, I'm always feeling that, right? But right now, there's like kind of an emphasis on this creative power that we have. All right, what else do we need here? Okay, so these ones are coming out wanting to be seen. This is Earth Pulsing, Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time in Nature. So there's so many cards that we've been pulling lately that are about slowing down and taking time in nature. I think that's awesome. We have Fall Into My Arms, Surrender, Holding the Opposites, Extremes of Life. All right. For some of us, this is probably an intense process, especially if you've never like fully been in your creative power potential before. So like surrendering to that kind of acknowledgement that we've never been in this super transformative space before, to this level, you are held. As I was saying in the beginning, I think the earth is saying, fall into my arms. Like maybe spend more time in nature because that's going to help you balance this intensity, and ground it down, which is really all creation is kind of grounding this really intense energy into the physical, okay? Inner earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So basically, and this is what's fascinating. This is the Starseed deck, right? The Starseed deck about, being a starseed, being from space, the cosmos, right? And all of these cards are about surrendering. Like this is like a deep cavern, right? Surrendering to this earth, right? Maybe we feel like we're in this cavern where we're learning how to ground. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. The more we ground this energy, the more we're going to receive clarity and insights about how to structure it, how to build the foundation to birth it, how to really bring it into this reality. Okay, so the Beyond Lemuria cards all came out upside down. So we have healing, not upside down like reverse. I mean upside down, like I couldn't see them. Healing. Crystal keys. Okay. We'll go back to that one. That one's kind of intense. And shine your light. So when I pulled crystal keys, I was thinking light codes. Healing light codes, I think are coming from you personally. And there's also crystals like on this character here. So, again, we're going to need to go revisit Crystal Keys, because this one is one of the cards of the Beyond Lemuria deck that's so specific about what it's alluding to. And so, let's share a little bit about the Crystal Keys. So, again, it's called Beyond Lemuria. So, Lemurian quartz, if you've ever heard of that, Lemurian quartz crystals are supposedly embedded or encoded with information. So the crystal keys they're these crystals, these quartz crystals that have been encoded with light codes of information from ancient Lemuria, okay? You don't have to fully believe in ancient Lemuria and all that stuff to really kind of gather what this means. This is basically storage, right? And, you know, just so you know, a lot of our storage, our like memory and stuff, we do have quartz in our devices. We also have a type of quartz in our brains. So it's not so woo-woo and out of the box to assume that there could be crystals with encoded information. It's more like, do you believe that this ancient civilization did that? That's not the point of the reading. So, crystal keys. There is encoded information, and I keep hearing DNA, and the fact that healing and shine your light came out, and she literally has these crystals, like, as a part of her, like, vessel, basically. This is your information, your encoded information, possibly in your DNA, like who you're born to become. You're doing healing on such a deep and profound level that the surrender, the extremes of life, and the you'll survive this, it's very real for you right now, right? Because you might be in this space where you're healing this to the point where, like, you're breaking down the things you never thought were gonna break down. You're breaking down, you know, cycles passed down from generations of your family making not the best decisions, or maybe not being as knowledgeable. You're breaking down the patterns that you've received in this lifetime, right? You're breaking down your like mechanisms that have supported you up to this point because of your trauma, because that's the way that you've learned to perceive and work through the stimulus in the world. Your you know, the stimuli. And that is no longer going to work, and we're healing that to the point where we are healing our nervous system on a very deep cellular level, or maybe like we're healing from, you know, we used to be a lot less healthy and now we're caring about our health, like a lot of things. All of this is the information that has been encoded within us, within our genetics, within our bloodlines, within our, you know, current incarnation, within our patterns. All of that is being recoded or worked through, or new light codes are being integrated in order to encode that. And maybe some of this ancient wisdom is actually coming from yourself. So this ancient wisdom, encoded information that you're downloading, it's actually coming from this creative power you have within yourself. So it's almost like we're doing an upgrade of our own light and light codes and uniqueness. And it's just a transformation that's taking a lot of work, a lot of energy, and a lot of time, it seems. Very fascinating. I actually want some more Beyond Lemuria cards because I really appreciate the depth of them. I think they just help get to the bottom of this collective of visionaries who are not meant to do things the same way. I really think it gets kind of into the nitty-gritty of what's actually going on a very energetic level, which if you're here for this oracle reading, you're into that, right? So I really appreciate this deck for us visionaries. Even if you don't feel connected to Lemuria, I think there's a bigger messaging here pertaining to ancient wisdom and information that kind of precedes our current reality, or maybe even like time itself, you know what I mean? So I like that. Okay. Earth Star Chakra Initiation. So when I say we're grounding something profound, our own light, we're upgrading it. We are like literally, I think, grounding codes that no one else is here to do except you, right? You are the creative that is bringing to this earth, right? Very, very, right, to this earth. This energy, like, words are not sufficing. I'm like getting a little frustrated and like antsy, and like, I think this might be where we are right now. Like, surrender. I think we're freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm going to take a sip of coffee, and I'm just going to let you look at this because you are being initiated right now. And that's why words don't matter, because what's happening is such a deep, under your feet, deep in the earth initiation There is like, this earth is like pulling these light codes out of you. And you need to surrender to that process. So let's just look at this and allow the earth to initiate you while I take a sip of this coffee and try to calm my energy. Okay, guys. I want you to do something for me. I'm going to keep holding this card up, okay? Just listen to my voice. Feel free to look at the card if you would like. If not, that's fine. Feel free to close your eyes if you want. All right. Let's take some deep breaths, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to imagine a spark of insight coming into your mind like lightning. If it's easier for you to imagine that it's storming right above your head and a lightning bolt just hits you. Now imagine that this lightning bolt travels down your spine, through your legs, out of the soles of your feet, and just shoots down into the core of the earth. Now imagine that the earth absorbs that energy, transmutes it into a warm, nurturing, nourishing flow of pure light. And the earth gently moves it back through the soles of your feet, up your legs, up your spine, and you feel held. That energy doesn't go all the way up to your mind, but it actually centers itself in your heart. And you feel secure, and you feel stable, and you feel grounded. This is your initiation. Let's continue with the reading. We don't need another Beyond Lemuria card. So, we'll pull some more from the Starseed. I'm being brought to mind the constant, Schumann resonance, the vibration of the planet Earth. There is this hum, this heartbeat that is always there if you surrender and you listen. And as a mirror of this energy, your heart center, that space right here that you carry with you like a shelter from any storm, right? When we stay in the mind and we don't ground our ideas, we cannot be heart-centered and heart-focused. We cannot feel fully safe and aligned in our nervous system if we don't ground this chaotic mental energy. And you're being called to surrender deeper to what your heart is saying, and not I think a lot of us are like, follow your heart, and then you make a risky decision. I can promise you that is probably a mental pattern and probably not you following your heart. Now, for the ones that follow their heart, and for some people, they say it's risky, but they know better. They have faith that it's going to work out. That is a true aligned, heart-centered decision. A lot of us who are saying we're following our heart are actually following a pattern that has been embedded in our minds, probably from, past generations or from different choices that you've made in this lifetime. And what we're trying to do is surrender to that actual heart space, okay? Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life, right? There's going to be some things in there. Well, it just started raining. It just started pouring rain. There are going to be some things when you try to surrender to this heart space, when you start to feel into the heart, when you start to breathe into the heart, it's going to shatter sometimes. There are paradigms that we hold within our heart that are old and outdated, and we're being called to upgrade those, right? So we will feel cracked open. We will feel vulnerable, but we're still being called to surrender to the alchemy of life, to surrender to the extremes of life, to slow down and hear the pulse of the mother. You'll survive this. You'll survive this and receive more heart-centered insights, not just from the mind. I just heard a ringing in my right ear. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Inspired ideas. This is exactly what I'm saying. So these inspired ideas, what's on the bottom of the deck? The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Most important part is softening to love there, and Aries. Kind of a moving forward energy when you get these new thoughts. Wow. It's pouring. I'm so sorry. Visionary, inspired ideas. That's what I'm saying. You guys are visionaries. These readings, this is a visionaries reading, right? Grounding our visions into a heart-centered and focused way in order to bring the big picture thinking into this earth space, right? These inspired ideas, they need to be channeled through something other than just the mind. And they need to be channeled through the earth itself and then through the heart. This is probably one of the most specific advices I could give to you. If you are somebody who resonates with this reading, what you're being called to do is take your unique vision, perspective, and go into nature, okay? Go into nature, ground yourself, pull these ideas into the ground and then into your heart and see, does this feel like it honors the grander vision of my life? Does it feel like it honors where I'm trying to go? Does it feel like it honors the people and the situations that I want to support within my life? Does it kind of, is it for the highest good of the collective? If you're me, these readings, that's going to be me trying to put this, from the mind into the heart. Is this actually something that is for the highest good? Right, and I only ask for messages from the highest good, but if I were to come out here and I were to start just talking from my own experience, like this is what I did, it's possible that would be like a mental thing, right? Instead of being through the heart and being like trusting the earth, And I think we're being called to do that more. And at this point, I'm just yapping. So, this might be your reading. This might be your initiation. And it's okay if you're being cracked open, because you're about to create something that's never been brought here before. You're going to give the earth these encoded light codes as you heal. It's not just going to transform you, but it's going to really help heal the earth as well. We need visionaries like you, basically. This earth needs visionaries like you, okay? Thank you for being here. Love you so much. Remember, I will only do readings for your highest good, and I hope that you received everything you needed. If not, you're probably just needing to go in nature and you'll be okay. Okay. All right. Thank you for being here, visionaries. See you soon. I went to sleep.